In a powerful move that reflects a growing sense of unity and self-determination across the African continent, Ghana and Morocco have joined forces to launch an ambitious fertilizer manufacturing project that could reshape the face of agriculture in West Africa. Announced shortly after a high-level diplomatic engagement on June 7th, 2025, the joint initiative is not just about building a factory, it's about building resilience, opportunity, and a future where African countries solve African problems. Before we dive deeper into today's update, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support is key to helping us grow and reach more viewers like you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on exciting updates. The decision to develop this state-of-the-art facility in Ghana represents not only a strategic collaboration between two forward-looking nations, but also a bold response to a challenge that has long plagued farmers across the continent: access to affordable, locally produced fertilizer. At the heart of this collaboration is a recognition that agriculture remains the backbone of African economies, yet it continues to suffer under the weight of supply chain disruptions, volatile pricing, and overdependence on imported inputs. The stakes are high. A United Nations report published in 2021 warned that Africa loses nearly $4 billion every year due to fertilizer-related inefficiencies, bottlenecks, and lack of access. Ghana, in particular, has struggled with fertilizer shortages that directly affect crop yields, farmer income, and food security for millions. In the midst of these challenges, Morocco has stepped forward, not as a distant donor, but as a true partner. Morocco, a global powerhouse in phosphate production, possesses both the raw materials and technical know-how to create a solution that is tailored to Ghana's needs. With some of the largest phosphate reserves on Earth, Morocco has built an international reputation for fertilizer innovation and sustainability. Now, that expertise is being redirected toward a shared vision: a fully operational fertilizer plant in Ghana that not only cuts costs for farmers, but generates jobs, supports rural communities, and places Ghana firmly on the path to agricultural self-sufficiency. And it's not just talk, the initiative is already in motion, starting with Morocco's immediate donation of 2,000 tons of fertilizer to Ghanaian farmers as a show of good faith and urgent relief. This is more than a business transaction. It's a symbol of solidarity and South-South cooperation in its purest form. Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, a key voice in Ghana's foreign affairs leadership, described the initiative as a productive turning point in the relationship between Ghana and Morocco, a relationship that is increasingly defined by mutual respect, strategic alignment, and long-term investment in people as much as infrastructure. For Ghanaian farmers who have too often faced the uncertainty of high prices and delayed imports, the news of this plant represents something rare in today's world: a dependable local solution. What makes this project even more exciting is its holistic nature. It isn't just a factory on paper or a ceremonial groundbreaking without substance. The facility will be supported by Moroccan technical teams and built with the latest environmentally friendly technologies, ensuring not just productivity but sustainability. In doing so, Ghana and Morocco are aligning themselves with broader global goals for sustainable development, climate consciousness, and responsible industrialization. This approach sets a new benchmark not only for Ghana but for the entire continent, showing that economic growth and environmental stewardship can and must go hand in hand. But the collaboration doesn't stop at fertilizer. That's only the beginning. In a gesture that reflects the depth of this bilateral relationship, Morocco has also doubled its annual scholarships for Ghanaian students from 90 to 180, significantly boosting the human capital exchange between the two countries. In today's interconnected world, investing in education is as vital as investing in infrastructure. And this move ensures that the next generation of Ghanaian professionals will have the skills, exposure, depth, and global outlook needed to sustain and scale these kinds of partnerships well into the future. As this strategic alliance takes shape, another milestone is quietly being prepared in the background: a visa-free travel agreement between Ghana and Morocco. Though yet to be ratified by both parliaments, this agreement holds enormous promise. According to a 2023 World Bank study, visa liberalization between African nations can increase bilateral trade by up to 25% as barriers to movement, business, and tourism are reduced. For entrepreneurs, students, investors, and tourists alike, the ability to move freely between these two dynamic countries could unlock a new wave of innovation and cooperation. And it doesn't stop there. Morocco has also pledged to offer training to aspiring Ghanaian pilots at its world renowned aviation academy, bolstering Ghana's renewed efforts to revive its national airline, Ghana Airways. In return, Ghana will open its maritime university to Moroccan youth, ensuring a reciprocal flow of skills, knowledge, and professional development. These gestures aren't just symbolic, they are foundational, creating the human networks and mutual understanding necessary for sustainable partnerships to flourish. In a world increasingly defined by geopolitical divisions and self-interest, the Ghana-Morocco alliance offers a different narrative, one of collaboration, trust, and Pan-African unity. It's a story where both nations gain, where the bonds of friendship are strengthened, not by charity, but by shared ambition. The African Union's 2024 report on regional cooperation noted that intracontinental partnerships like these are the most effective drivers of sustainable development. And this partnership is already emerging as a case study in how two nations, by pooling their strengths and aligning their goals, can achieve so much more than they could alone. For the ordinary Ghanaian farmer, this plant represents stability. It promises an end to the uncertainty that comes with relying on distant supply chains and global markets. It promises a future where fertilizer is not a luxury, but a given, an accessible, reliable input that allows them to plan ahead, invest in their farms, and feed their communities. For the youth, it means job creation, skills training, and new avenues of growth in agriculture, manufacturing, logistics, and environmental technology. And for both countries, it represents a powerful step toward economic sovereignty. Construction of the fertilizer plant is expected to begin later this year, with full operations slated to commence within the next 3 years. It will serve as a scalable model for other African nations facing similar challenges. The hope is that what begins in Ghana with Morocco's support could be replicated in other corners of the continent, creating a web of locally driven, locally owned agricultural industries that are resistant to global shocks and tailored to regional needs. What's particularly inspiring about this development is the broader message it sends. It's a reminder that Africa does not need to wait for external powers to solve its problems. It can innovate, build, and lead from within. With vision, collaboration, and political will, African nations can take charge of their destinies, create jobs for their youth, feed their people, and protect their natural resources, all while lifting millions out of poverty. As we witness this Ghana-Morocco partnership unfold, one thing becomes increasingly clear. The era of dependency is fading. A new chapter is beginning, one where African countries look to each other for support, trade, knowledge, and innovation. And in this new chapter, initiatives like the fertilizer plant are not just welcome, they are essential. The decision to invest in this project is not just about economics, it's about dignity. It's about sovereignty. It's about demonstrating that African nations are ready and willing to take bold steps towards self-sufficiency, not just in agriculture, but in education, transportation, and trade. In every way, this project is a reflection of what's possible when nations choose cooperation over competition, vision over hesitation, and unity over fragmentation. So, as the machinery is set in motion and the foundation is laid for this critical facility, we are reminded that development is not a distant dream. It is a choice, a process, and a collective effort. Ghana and Morocco are showing us what that looks like in action. They are forging not only a fertilizer plant, but a path, one that others across the continent would do well to follow.
If today is your first time watching this channel or you are returning to this channel for the exciting content, please subscribe to the channel for more educative and developmental projects across Ghana and Africa as a whole. Do you want to know about the state of a project in Africa? Then make sure to like and comment the name of the project you would like us to talk about and its current state.